Oh, it's been going absolutely fantastic. Pretty much every show has been sold out so far, and the crowd response has been great. And I think Finland is definitely one of our main territories, so it's always very exciting to come here. And we're kicking off the entire Nexus World Tour right here in Finland, so it's been great.
There's always a big difference touring in Scandinavia compared to maybe Germany, touring in smaller cities. Playing in smaller cities compared to playing bigger cities like London. People are much more into the whole thing when you're playing in a smaller city. I mean, they're not as spoiled as if you're playing in London, for example. And the treatment is always a little bit better as well. And now we have like 9 shows here in Finland, and some of them are in some cities that we have never heard of before. And so far it has been really good anyway. Yeah.
What has been the most memorable gig so far?
On this tour?
Or ever, maybe?
Ever? Tunisia. We played in Tunisia actually just before releasing the first album. Right after this Tunisian revolution, if you remember that, in 2010, right? 10?
No, 2011. I think it was February or March.
Yeah, and then we played at this arena with Symphony X, and we didn't know what to expect or anything like that. But this was like their arena, and there were birds flying around in the roofs. I mean, it was really old, but it was an arena show, and it was our first arena show, and it was completely packed with crazy Tunisian fans, and they were like screaming louder than the music, pretty much. Besides that, I would say Loud Park, and Olof probably has a lot of stuff to say about Loud Park. So,
well, Loud Park in Japan, that was awesome. I think it was like 25,000 people or something like that. Absolutely mind-blowing and great response from the audience. So that's a special moment. And we also played a hometown headlining show ending the festival season of last year. And it was like 10 or 12,000 people just 100 meters away from where I live. So that was quite mind-blowing as well. But there's a lot of high points, and for us every show is special. I think tonight is going to be absolutely memorable and very awesome as well.
Does the Finnish audience have some special characteristics, or is it just cliché that we are more drunk than the others?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Not judging from yesterday, at least. We were in Turku last night, right? Yeah. People were pretty drunk there.
Okay.
But it is a lot of fun, and I think there's a lot of enthusiasm in the Finnish fans. And the enthusiasm might come a little bit from alcohol, but it's nice to see that you guys are not as depressed as you can hear sometimes. You don't approve of the water?
this is not water.
Is it not?
We're in Finland now.
Yeah, he's drinking vodka straight from the bottle.
Quarterback.
Fantastic. Well, I started to play guitar at the age of 5 months, I think. That was pretty epic. No, we've just been in a lot of bands before. I've played in Dragonland and in Night Rage. And Morten has played in, 65 bands or something like that. Released a heck of a lot of CDs. But yeah, we've all been, playing very, very extensively, practicing extensively since we were very small kids. So yeah, it's something that we've been doing for a very long time, basically.
Yeah, I actually played I actually played here in 2005 with Hate Sphere. Yeah, and I didn't realize that until today that, I've been here before, I played here, but it looked completely different. There was like no buildings around, and it was all just a big junkyard pretty much.
It was that thing.
Yeah.
Do you have any special influences? What do you have musically?
Oh, right before there was this amazing violin concert with people dancing, and I feel kind of influenced by that right now.
Because Morten, he couldn't find the time signatures.
No, I'm really intrigued by this music. No, for me it's like every style of music pretty much. Nowadays I don't listen that much to metal. I find that there's only like one band that releases album that I actually want to buy, and that's Soilwork, and it's pretty much it. And maybe a few others, but besides that is like everything from jazz, fusion stuff to rock, listening a lot to Muse, for example, lately, and so much good stuff actually. Drum and bass, live drum and bass. And Olof probably has a lot of stuff to say about.
No, but I think for the band, what is relevant for Amaranthe is definitely rooted in the Gothenburg death metal scene of the the mid '90s. I was growing up with that stuff and went to every show with In Flames and Sacrilege and At the Gates and Dissection and so on. And we're obviously we're different than those bands, but it's based upon that tradition. And somehow I kind of feel like we're carrying that torch a little bit.
What makes Gothenburg so special place for metal music? What do you think?
I think it's mainly because we've always had a really great collaboration in the scene. When I was 15 years old, the guys from In Flames invited us into their rehearsal room, and we could lend their really amazing, awesome drum kit and amplifiers, and they were giving us a lot of tips on how to succeed in the music business. And I think the cooperation and the scene in general in other cities. I've been kind of a semi-part of the Greek metal scene, for example, and every band is just trying to kill the other band, and they refuse to go to each other's shows and stuff like that. And I think that is something that is a problem in a lot of different places. But Gothenburg has always done that really well, so I think that's one of the key points actually. I would say it was growing quite organically. I remember me and Morten on tour with Night Rage. He was doing fill-in drums at that time. I think it was back in 2006, 7, something like that. Just sitting outside a venue in Berlin discussing what we could do musically if we would found a band together. And the same thing when me and Jake were founding the band, we were having all these ideas on how we could combine different styles of music and different people, and we were trying to do this Avantasia thing, this Gothenburg All-Star project with a lot of members from In Flames and Hammerfall and Evergrey and so on. And Elise and Andy were just friends of ours that were going to be guests on the album, and they just ended up singing on the same song together with Jake, and the result was quite mind-blowing. So we just thought that, okay, let's go for this strange combination of voices and genres and stupid people. And we were definitely trying to do something new, and I think people kind of appreciate that, because there are a lot of great records coming out today from a lot of great bands, great musicians, but I feel that there is a lot of repetition going on. And people have a lot of opinions about us, that we're not metal or whatever, but I think that for me what is really metal is to be, revolutionary and not reactionary. I mean, I think that the metal heads are the most conservative people in music there is, actually. And back in the 70s and the 80s, that was not the case. Everybody was trying to come up with new things, with different things. You had Metallica, mixing acoustic guitars with metal, and you had Jethro Tull with a flute and stuff like that. And I think we're just trying to do the same thing. We incorporate a lot of influences from different music that keeps it fresh. And we have 3 singers. We try to have a lot of different edges to make the music kind of special. There was a voice I can't deny. Break with the past, set the nexus realize. As the future will be there to save us. Trapped in my skin, see the nexus in every
main difference was that we didn't have the same amount of time to write the music, and we actually went in the studio without ever have played one single song as a band, and we had quite a long time in the studio, like 2.5 months or so. But we had a pretty hectic schedule last year, like traveling all the time, and got straight home from our first gig in the US with a lot of jet lag and entering the studio like the day after almost. But it was quite good actually, the whole process. It was a little bit painful sometimes, but it was definitely worth it, and we really went for perfection in every take. Really, we didn't settle with anything. We really tried to nail everything and really get it right. And
I think there's definitely, there's a lot of small new elements, a lot of stuff that we didn't have the possibility to do on the last record because the actual sound itself was already so controversial. And it was, already pissing people off a lot, calling us ABBA, metal, and E-type metal, and whatever, which I think is pretty cool. But this time we could actually push the whole, controversial mixture of genres to 11. And I think that instead of, reinventing the wheel completely, we built upon the sound that we created on the first album and just tried to take that to perfection. So I think easily said, you could say that this is the album that the first one should have been, and now it's there, now it's on that actual level. And we were basically just trying to make at least as good of an album as the last one, or even try to surpass it. And I feel very proud with the fact that I think you and the whole band feels that this album is a lot better than the last one. It's not really like we sit at home and listen to techno or dance music or anything like that. And if we were trying to do that, there's a building outside of here that's called Techno Police, so they would probably come and get us if we. But no, there's a little bit of dance kind of influences, but it's more in the vein of being inspired by artists like Pain and Rammstein and stuff like that, more than being influenced by techno specifically.
Do you still get negative comments from the true metal heads?
Oh hell yeah!
Okay.
Oh, it's a lot of fun, and we really do enjoy it. When we released the Nexus video, I was just looking forward to that moment, especially now that we're releasing a song called Electro Hard. Yeah. And I'm just gonna grab this really huge bag of popcorn and just sit there and read the comments.
Yeah, it can be quite entertaining sometimes to read on YouTube, especially on our videos, because it kind of goes in a circle sometimes. It's like someone writes, "Oh my God, she's hot," and then it starts to like turn into what kind of style of music is this? Is this melodic, death, prog, power, pop metal? No, this is not power metal. This is not melodic metal. This is not.
It's female fun metal.
Yeah, it's whatever people want it to be, and we never thought about what style of music should we play, and what style of music are we into, because we've pretty much played all kind of styles. I've personally played everything from jazz to black metal. And I like it all. So it's always good with having some kind of feedback, even if it can be negative sometime. But when it's just like on YouTube, just for the sake of throwing poo in your face, then it doesn't make any sense. And people can see right through that anyway. I mean, it's not like
it's not like it hurts the band.
no, it doesn't hurt the band, and it's like you need to put some fire on. I mean, some wood on the fire sometimes, to keep it alive, and I think that works pretty well on the videos.
Yeah. But it's great that I know some people that don't listen to metal music normally, but they still like Amaranthe. So.
Are you hanging out with non-metal people?
Yeah.
That's not true, man. That's not true at all.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We were playing in Tampere the other day, and Manowar was there, so we got a little bit inspired by their true metal. A little bit more metal. I think that's a super cool thing. Like, for example, the audience yesterday in Turku was a lot of, you could see that there was people in normal clothing, so to speak. Not
no band shirts.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of girls, actually. The whole entire front row was pretty much only girls, which is, I think it's a great thing. I mean, to have that kind of varied audience. And that's definitely something that we've been aiming for, kind of consciously as well. On Jupiter, I think. We need new places to tour. I mean, it's really, really hard to predict right now. Things have been... Everybody was talking about how, how quickly the first album was taking off and how quickly the band has been growing and stuff like that. And we don't really see it like that ourselves because we're working with this every day. And every step on the way, to greatness is a very calculated and planned step. But I think that, with the Nexus album, it seems like things are really taking off. With the Universal and Spinefarm pushing us really, really, really well. We have a great cooperation there, and the first reviews that are coming in are actually really, really good. And just the general response, there's just a lot of love going around for this album right now. Like I said, we just released the stream 3 hours ago, and it already reached 25,000 plays or something like that, which is absolutely mind-blowing.
In conclusion, do you have any greetings for your Finnish fans or something else you want to say?
Yes, see you guys tonight actually, and don't forget to come to Tuska, Satama, and somewhere else, but I don't remember. I think it's a third festival.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. And we love you guys, you're awesome.
Say something in Finnish.
Mutta kuten tavallista.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, thanks a lot. Around, searching for a reason where the name goes down.